This is the homemade UPS. So what we're using is two Century batteries. They're N70ZZs. They're hooked up in serial, so positive to positive and negative to negative. We have a projector battery charger. It's a 35 amp battery charger, so it's quite a big one. It'll charge them quite quickly. It keeps it on a floating charge for about 13.7 volts, which is pretty good. It's got a maximum volt of 14.4, and we paid about $400 for it. Our inverter is a 600 watt inverter. We couldn't get hold of the computer to test what voltage we actually needed, so I went for a slightly bigger inverter. I think I could have gone for a 300 watt inverter, but without having the ability to test that computer for what it was actually drawing, I wasn't able to go any smaller, so we just made sure of it. So what we have is the two battery cable leads come down. Here's one of them running here to the positive. We've chopped the plug off the end and put a fixed fitting on the end, and our negative runs over here on the other side battery, so it flows through both batteries. And then on the inverter, the cables on the inverter connect to the opposite battery cables. So this is one inverter cable here, and our other inverter cables on this terminal. These three little wires here are for the NLIS reader, so they're the negative, and these three are the positive. These three are the positive here. So that's the basics of the UPS. What the inverter is running is this is the power lead for the computer inside. This is a power lead for a power board, and we've got 3 bin scales on the power board. So we're not actually running the monitor. The monitor's up here, and it's actually on 240 volt mains with a couple other things. We don't want to be running the monitor when the power goes off. It doesn't need to run it, and in any event the monitor's always turned off. It's not something that we need running all the time. We just turn it on when we come up here to use it. It keeps it a bit cooler inside the fridge as well. So that's it. So in serial we've got positive to positive and negative to negative, just like if you're jump starting a car, which keeps it at 12 volt. And this setup here gives us about 16 hours use just with the computer and not the monitor. So the monitor's draw would be slight, I would imagine. Most LCD monitors now are quite basic. The computer we're using is a Dell Vostro 220, so you can work out for yourself off of Dell specs what the wattage is. I think it was a 300 watt ATX power supply on that, but certainly that's not what it's drawing.